How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is our review of the Odyssey, the book. We're just going to do the poem, the original.
It's possibly the biggest movie of the year.
Yeah.
Best movie of the year?
So, well, we'll get to that. We're both, huge Nolan fans over here.
One of us.
Some of us more than others.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and let you start. We're going to go spoiler-free as you can be for a 3,000-year-old text.
Yeah, it's invaded everything. I'll just say it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I think in many ways it is very much a Nolan film. And I think with that, I had some questions about how exactly he was going to adapt the Odyssey, because that doesn't feel like a very Nolan story. But I think he had a particular vision for how he saw the characters, how he saw the story, and the themes that he wanted to get across. And I thought that one of the things that happened is he took this really sprawling story, and really, really narrowed the focus down in a way that I appreciated.
Yeah, this is it's not a spoiler, I guess, to say that it's non-linear storytelling, and I appreciated that aspect of it, because I think that helps tell this story in the best way possible. Mm-hmm. I appreciated the stuff that I don't remember too much about what I did read from the Odyssey, and I read some of a version of it before this, and I was happy with like the sections that he decided to go with. That being said, let me deal with my positives. First.
It's a short list.
You're not going to see a movie shot on 70mm on real locations like this ever. Yeah. Maybe before this or after this. This is beautiful to watch. Visually, it's stunning. I wish that every director got an opportunity to make their movies this way, and this is just like how movies were made, but that's not the case. So shout out to Nolan for giving us that. Pratik, why don't you run through the cast and all the actors?
Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, Zendaya. No,
I wanted you to go with like their names too, their character names.
Oh gosh.
That being said, great cast. You don't need them for these roles because a lot of these roles are not very fleshed out, and that's one of my big issues. Leading into another one of my big issues, the script.
You were gonna go with your positives. You said one thing.
That was my positive.
All right, hold on. Let me stop you really fast.
Maybe I didn't like stress how positive I am on that. I think that visually, you could watch this movie on mute and it's a masterpiece.
Would you prefer to watch it on mute?
So that being said, I know everyone is complaining about the dialogue being too like Americanized and too like modern day dialogue. And it's not so much that, it's just how dull the dialogue is for me. It felt really flat. And if you're going to like go out of your way to make these like this sprawling, like you were saying, this huge epic on 70mm on these real locations in these mountains and the oceans, and it looks great. I think like to give us such like mediocre dialogue, like, I don't know. It's
yeah. I think we're going to disagree on that.
Sure.
I think the other thing that happens is, and I'm pretty sure I'm alone on this, but I think that this cast brings it in a way that elevates the dialogue. I thought that there was a lot that they do to convey the emotion and depth that each character has and is feeling, in a way that is kind of independent of the script. Like the script only takes you so far, and then the actor has to actually act to convey the rest of it.
Sure.
And I just thought everybody was on their A game here. I don't know that there was a weak link in the acting at all.
There wasn't a weak performance. I'm not going to say that. I think that you're right. It is on the actors to deliver the emotion, but like this might just be a thing with me and Nolan. I don't think that Nolan is able to reach me emotionally with his dialogue. I didn't feel the chemistry between the characters like I felt like I was supposed to because of their exchanges. Like, and that's I don't know, that's kind of a huge thing, and it took me out every time. I was supposed to feel sad for these characters. I was supposed to feel the weight behind their decisions. It's a good thing that Matt Damon is leading this movie, because he is giving all of those things that I think all the other characters are lacking for me.
I guess I think everybody brings it, but again, that might be a personal taste thing. I thought everybody was I kind of feel like he sets a tone for the movie, and everybody else matches that tone.
Sure. I disagree, but I think that everyone
We'll agree to disagree.
Everyone is at least like giving their all in their performance.
Sure. Okay.
I'll say that.
Right. I'll take that.
I guess I won't say that. Yeah, you don't need this cast if you're gonna just like not, or maybe that's why you cast these actors, is because the characters aren't gonna be fleshed out. And like you were saying, you need names in there that are gonna like.
See, I don't even think it's names. I think it's you need talent that can elevate.
Right.
It,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to use.
Well, I do think that Nolan in particular gets faces that people recognize, so that you know how this guy acts. Like, you know John Bernthal and his character, right, in real life. So we don't have to flesh him out too much. Just give him a couple lines, and you can fill in your head how John Bernthal is in the background. Or that's kind of how it feels like for a lot of the characters in this movie. You could disagree, but that's how I feel. And listen, man, I don't want to hate on this movie because I know the people that are hating on this movie, and I'm not with that audience. I just didn't love this like I wanted to, and like I said, we only get a Nolan movie every so often, and we only get movies like this from like one filmmaker, and I'm just a little disappointed that it could be so visually, the visual storytelling is so great, like grandiose, but the script writing is just get a writer in the room with you.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna jump in, and this is where I think if you want to quibble with some of the dialogue, I'll hear you. Where I think that what Nolan really does here is he takes this script, and really does two things with it. One is he really grounds the entire story. I think the entire story feels very told from the perspective of someone living during those times.
Sure.
And I think that his effort to kind of take this very fantastic story and make it realistic, I think is commendable. The other thing that I think that he does is, and I'm not going to go too much into this for fear of spoiling, but I think there's a very clear societal message that he wants to convey. And somebody that knows the Odyssey better than me might be able to say whether that's completely found in the text. But for me, I think he was drawing those things out in the script, and I thought that the plotting and story served to convey that message in a way that maybe not everyone would get, but I thought was very clearly there and very clearly something he wanted to tell. And I thought both of those things, the grounding and the message, were conveyed beautifully and brilliantly.
I think I agree with you on the message, that because I was wondering before this movie came out, why is Nolan doing this? What's his reason for, like, what's the allegory here? Like, what's his message that he's really trying to get across? And I just feel like I didn't really get a sense of it until the end. Well, I won't say what happens, but like the speech that is given at the end, right? I think that is kind of what nails home. Okay, that's the message he was trying to say. I didn't feel like it was really woven throughout the movie. And if it was, sorry to get to another gripe, this movie is... and you said this was the same editor as Oppenheimer?
Yes.
I could have told you that. I could have guessed it. You want to know why? Because Oppenheimer was edited so sharply and like such quick edits, and I really appreciated it because of like the dialogue we were getting with Oppenheimer is so much richer. This is chopped so the editing is chopped so quickly that like we have these beautiful shots and even these conversations. It's just like I hate to like, it's like TikTok like quick Gen Z like editing. I don't know, like, am I wrong? Like, tell me I'm wrong, guys. Like, I'm here to hear you out.
You're wrong.
It's just like such quick, like trying to hold your attention editing that I'm like, we don't need this, guys. Like, you have these beautiful shots. Like, hold on them for a frame, you know?
I'm gonna leave aside the whole like filming on IMAX camera thing, but sure. I also think that for me, I thought that having it edited in that style kind of helped with some of the pacing, especially. Just because it's a long movie. It is a long movie. And I do think you feel it. But I thought the way that, like, nothing ever drags on for too long because of that editing style. And I think that helps as far as...
I agree. Yeah. I agree 100%. It does help with the pacing. But I think you sacrifice, like, some of the coherentness of the edit itself. Like, I don't know. To me, it felt... Like I said, this editing style works. It works with Oppenheimer. I just don't think it works with the Odyssey. Like,
speaking of Nolan's past projects, and
sure,
don't want to go into it again because of spoilers, but I do think that watching this movie, there were a lot of parallels that I found between this and Inception.
I was like, what Nolan? Dark Knight. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, no, I just thought that the story of a man just trying to get back to his family.
Oh,
and,
sure,
and
yeah.
some of the beats and some of the things that the characters feel and go through.
It's like 5 Nolan movies.
Yeah, but I thought that it was doing some very clear Inception parallels, while again, because of being completely different collaborators than Inception as far as score and editing, I thought helped the parallels were there, but it brought that across in a new way, in a different way, and I appreciated that too.
You brought up the score, and I kind of frowned a little bit. I love Ludwig. I loved the last time they teamed up with Oppenheimer. This score was like, I'm just gonna say that it just didn't do it for me. I barely noticed the score until like maybe the end, and I was like, okay, so this is the score of the movie. I thought this was just like the build up for the score, but I guess this is the score. It's simple, and I don't know if it like when the dialogue isn't delivering the emotion, and you have to strictly rely on your actors because the music also isn't delivering the emotion. For me personally, I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with that because this is Ludwig after all, but I was let down by that aspect of it too. It didn't fit the grandiose. Maybe Nolan shot himself in the foot for me by just making this look so beautiful that nothing else lived up to it. Like every time the score played, it was as if they just hit play on the same track. Like every time, it was just hit play and then the same wind instruments. And like I don't know. I don't know. I'm ready to just get hated on by the internet because I didn't love this movie like I was supposed to, but it was good. It was a good.
Do you want to score it? You ready to give it the 5 that you want to?
Like I said, it's a masterpiece on mute already. I did appreciate a lot of aspects of this, like you were saying. He shies away from showing the godly, otherworldly aspects of it and trying to ground it in realism, and I can applaud that. I can respect that. I respect anyone who's going to shoot their entire movie on 70 millimeter IMAX. I just think that this movie really could have been a masterpiece for me if the script was better. The script was better. I think it would have fixed the editing. I think you wouldn't have to rely on your actors to deliver all the emotion, like you're saying. Yeah, and the score can because some scores work best when they're in the background. You know what I mean? But for something like this, I don't know. It just didn't all come together for me. I'm thinking 8.
Okay.
I'm thinking 8. And that's saying, like, you might think, wow, 8. He must have really liked this. And I did. It was like a masterpiece. It's just, you gave me this masterpiece and you start chiseling away at it with
like a sculpture. just bringing out the story and the character.
Give it your 10. Give it your 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. Yeah. I mean, there's no getting around it. I thought the acting was fantastic. I thought that the way that Nolan handled the adaptation was incredible, being both faithful to what you would want while still bringing out these new aspects to it. Yeah, like you said, it looked beautiful. Yeah, it's a masterpiece, start to finish. I appreciated just about everything.
The sound mix wasn't terrible like most of his movies, right? I feel like most of the time everyone is saying something about his sound mix. Stop. I thought the sound mix was fine. It's a little loud in parts. It's a little
intentionally
loud. Yeah,
intentionally loud,
but it's intentional, right?
Yeah. All right, you want to take us out? Take us out.
I don't want to. We'll see you guys next week.
We might see you next week. Not sure if we're doing anything. If not, we'll be back with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And and in December there's Dune, and we'll switch roles where I hate and you love.
I was gonna say, are we taking a break until December?
Nope. No, but that's the next thing I'm thinking of.
I literally thought to myself as soon as I walked out of this, I'm like, God, he's gonna go so hard on Dune now if I don't like this. It's like we're backing our fighters in this, like.
Kind of.
We'll see you guys.